Hello and welcome to this final quarterfinal match of the Spring 2019 GSA Super Mario Sunshine Any Percent Tournament. My name is Katsuna, and in the booth with me is Nurgish. How you doing, Nurgish?
Yo, what's up? I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing really well. You know, it's very difficult to think of a better matchup in current day Super Mario Sunshine Any Percent speedrunning than Weegee versus JJsrl.
Yeah, I think this match in general is kind of an interesting placement because these are two players I'd expect to see in the finals against each other.
These guys are probably the two craziest American Super Mario Sunshine Any Percent runners currently active. Only one of them can make it out of this match, though. Be interesting to see who it is. We are off.
We are. And yes, a lot of you know who's watching the stream that Weegee is with a little bit better PB, could be in the favor, but I don't think so personally, because they have, it's like a difference by a few seconds, both of them having 114 times.
It's actually a difference of only 1 second. Weegee has a 114.53. JJ has a 114.54.
What's this icky paint-like goo? It's moving!
No, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Excuse me,
Was that my Discord? No. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
That was interesting, but it looks like we are back.
Yeah. Just a little bit technical issue. No, nothing to worry about. But yeah. So I did ask before the race, how usually the runs are going at the moment, and like the last runs, the average of those are apparently like 116 for both of them. So we're probably gonna see like at best a 116 if they don't pull out an insane run during the race.
Yeah, chances are whoever wins this race is going to pull through with a great run, because we've seen JJ get a 115 in this tournament. Weegee pulled pretty consistent 116s and 117s during the group stage. However, we have seen both of these players slip up earlier in the tournament. Weegee's first match against Paperario was a very turbulent 118 showing. JJ had a 120 showing, in fact, against Go-Go Dude in the group stages. So, anything can happen in Super Mario Sunshine Any Percent. This race will be unpredictable. We hope for a lot of speed, though, from both of these guys, of course.
Yeah, we're gonna see amazing gameplay, I think, from both of them.
Yeah, both of these guys, they're crazy.
They go for insane strats.
They're also part of the famed Little Kids Squad. Both of these guys are some of the younger runners currently active in Sunshine. Good buddy Fat is also in this tournament. He had a lot of good early games. Unfortunately, couldn't pull together good enough showings to make it out of the group stage. These two, however, have. Both of them going for fast airstrip strats.
Yeah, just going out, being crazy. I personally think not much is going on in this beginning.
Of course.
This, if we're gonna be honest, this level is just, you know, stand still, spray the mouth.
Yeah, there are a lot more important parts of the speed run. It's they're spraying a piranha plant, and the margin of error here is 2 or 3 seconds usually. Weegee, as you can see, a very slight lead, but that can and will change more likely than not very soon here.
But a very scary thing about this matchup in general is that Super Mario Sunshine is a speed game where you lose a lot of time from doing mistakes compared to others. Like a death could, you know, it usually costs at least 20 seconds, can cost up to a minute if you're really unlucky.
Yeah, it really can. Deaths at the end of SIRENA 2 and during BIANCO 6 can be very costly, and we've seen both of those particular deaths happen rather often during this tournament. those deaths can be 50 seconds, even a minute in some very bad circumstances with a time loss.
Yeah, like BIANCO 6, for example.
Yeah, we'll see those perhaps play a role later on in the run, but secrets in general, secrets have played a huge role in the tournament. A lot of these matches have more or less been determined by who dies the least.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I hope to see no deaths, but we cannot be for sure.
Of course,
Because
our
we've
goal here.
seen deaths in top 8 before, which is sad.
Yes, we have. We've seen deaths from the best of them. Jay Cool had a very, very troublesome match against Weegee, had many deaths in BIANCO 6. Plenty of circumstances where that's happened. Of course, what both of these players are hoping for today and what we as the viewers are hoping for is good, clean action from both of these guys. We want consistency. We want this to be a match determined by movement and speed. Hopefully they can keep it together during the secrets.
Yeah, no RNG bow hockey that decides to run, please. That's the least thing I want. I want to see a fun race, not a dumb race. But yeah, there's not much going on for a while here. Not until we entered BIANCO, I'd say. Even I like the movement in Delfino in the beginning, still have some pauses in between.
Weegee has had a very interesting ride, or journey rather, into these quarterfinals. He suffered, as I mentioned earlier, a debilitating loss against Paper Ario with his 118 showing. Paper Ario came through with a 116.02, very consistent run. Weegee was behind in the points, and by the end of the group stages, he had to beat Jay Cool, one of the best in the game, by 2 minutes and 10 seconds to advance to where he is now. He defied all odds, came through with a good 117 showing. He's here now. So is JJsrl. As Delfino Plaza inches closer to us. Just a few seconds as this cutscene ends here.
Yeah.
We'll see what Weegee does here in the opening movement. We saw him have trouble with the scumbag movement, the over-the-roof movement earlier in the tournament. He missed the first spin jump twice in a row. Oh, and he bonks. A similar mistake. Weegee having a lot of trouble with... Oh, he takes another bonk.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
What is this?
Yeah, Weegee has had a bit of trouble with scumbag movement so far in this tournament. JJ, a little turbulent from him as well, but he's taking the lead here.
Yeah, like you said before, minor mistakes turn this around very quickly.
Yeah, not what Weegee wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw, the lead he got in Airstrip did not do much.
Yeah, that diminished as we predicted.
Yeah, and I don't think this lead that JJ just got is gonna do much either, because it's still incredibly close by like a few seconds, like 3 maybe, 2.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nergish. I think that the RNG present in this early game, as well as the big skip, GBS, Gelato Beach skip, will likely play much bigger roles than that scumbag movement did. Very interesting to see the first mechanic of the game messed up by these amazing players nonetheless. All right, JJ going in for the quick kill. He gets it. Weegee also with a quick kill.
Both of them.
Wow. Nicely done by both of them.
Yeah, and Weegee still decides to go over the roofs, even though we just saw what we just saw.
Yeah, he's probably just practicing because he knows that he's had trouble with that in this tournament.
Because practicing mid-race is a good idea.
Yes. So, prologue is over. Yeah,
BIANCO.
We're here in BIANCO Hills. Beautiful BIANCO Hills.
A very movement-heavy part of the run. Kind of difficult for being so early, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, a lot of people do not agree with me, but that's because they're used to it, I'd say. I think BIANCO is more difficult than later parts of the run, like the entirety of Vico is easier than this world. Which is interesting to have in the beginning of the run, because, you know, games usually pace from easy to hard. But thanks to the strats we use in this world, difference.
Bianco Hills is very interesting because there is a movement versus RNG like mixture here. A lot of these, as you said, a lot of these stages in Bianco rely very, very heavily on movement. This one, the secret that we're going to see next, Bianco 4, one of the most movement-intensive shines in the game. There's also RNG with Spider and Edie, of course, the second one.
Yeah. And yeah, you mentioned Bianco 4. Bianco 3 has the weird pole. We'll see what happens there. Because I'd say every single runner always messes up the pole like a little bit every day when they practice it. But yeah, as we can see, this boss fight is it's going off very cleanly, really quickly, because you know, early game, it's something these two players have exposed themselves to a lot of times.
Yeah, these players have gone through these first few stages hundreds of times.
Because this, yeah, you know, this is not a reset point at all. So every single run they've started, they've probably played through this level, unless they got awful wall kicks on the windmill.
All right, after that, nicely done shine by both of these two players. They are going to be heading into the first secret of the game, Bianco 3.
And also the easiest.
Yes, it is. It is perhaps the easiest, of course. There is an alternative strat that these players may opt for here that saves around 0.3 or 0.4 seconds.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't think of that. That's interesting strat for sure. I think they're both gonna go for it.
Perhaps. We have seen Weegee play it safe in this tournament. And of course, JJ, known for playing consistently, he may opt out as well. We'll of course see, because a lot of that, impulse plays a bigger role in that than a lot of viewers may think. JJ going safe.
Okay, nice.
Weegee also going safe. All right. Yeah, they're playing it cool here.
Probably for the best.
Of course. We saw it in the Feck versus Samurai Man Group D match. Oh, Weegee bonks and dies! Wow, he missed an A input. He missed an A input. Oh, man. Doesn't get any height from that dive.
Yeah, like we said, mistakes cost a lot of time. We had to see a lot of downtime there in between with like secret cutscene, game over screen, and him falling down to the abyss. Or not a game over, but death screen. You know, this is probably gonna keep JJ ahead for a long time if he plays as consistently as he usually does.
That was very costly, of course. Bianco 5, the RNG stage, could play a role in shaking things up a bit here, but JJ now has a pretty comfortable lead, especially for the early going.
This is gonna be very difficult for Weegee to catch up on. I think JJ is gonna have to do a mistake, because when it comes to... I think they're about the same in consistency. JJ might even be a little bit more consistent of a runner in general, even though Weegee goes for the more insane stuff.
Yeah,
JJ the insane runs.
JJ probably is the more consistent player here, but we've seen races be shaked up really unpredictably here so far in this tournament. We saw Feck had a pretty decent lead in his Group D match versus Samurai Man earlier, but Feck ran into problems during Bianco 6, and that ended it. There are a lot more secrets left in this run. There are a lot more levels left in this run, a lot more RNG. This could go anywhere. JJ moving through Bianco 4 here, one of the more movement-intensive shines, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We'll see how Weegee's momentum goes.
Also, right before this this stream here that we're watching right now, JJ actually got a personal best in this level.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he did a pretty much perfect one and got a like 44 seconds on the practice timer, which was very impressive to see. So, man, I think JJ is on point today.
Those of us who
have been very scary for Weegee.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he probably knows, and a lot of the viewers who keep up with Sunshine probably knows that JJ has been playing this category a lot recently. He's been going for the record. He's been putting in work, practicing a lot, completing runs a lot. Weegee was doing that earlier this month, or earlier last month, I should say, but he's been taking a little bit of a break the last week or so. So JJ's prime. He's ready.
Yeah.
So I would be worried if I were Weegee, but of course, anything can happen, even with JJ at a lead here. It could all start with this stage, Bianco 5.
Yeah, this is a very annoying one, for sure.
A crazy RNG stage. 774 patterns for PD here. Well, the first and second best patterns. Of course, there is a running joke that there's only 2 patterns, the perfect one and all the other ones, all the 773 of them that are not perfect. But second pattern, which JJ is looking good for here, and the first pattern are so close that tornadoes could be the difference for whether or not one of them is faster than the other. It's so small, it's such a tiny difference.
Yeah, and second best is also very common.
It is common, yes. It's one of the more common patterns.
Yeah, for being 1 out of 774, it shows up a lot in runs.
JJ. Second best pattern from JJ. Wow. Bianco 5 not shaking things up here.
Not at all. Being, giving Weegee a world tour, which is not fun at all. But I think this is the last stop right here, if I pay attention enough. Maybe not.
We'll see his time here coming out of Bianco 5, but this looks to be a pretty decent Bianco from him.
Well, that wasn't the last stop.
For Weegee, no. Yeah, that was only the second.
Yeah,
Weegee's had really bad. He had a really bad second landing. This doesn't look any better. Oh my god.
He's gonna need
wow. That is awful RNG from Weegee. You just come on, Petey.
Yeah, this game does not want Weegee to win, apparently.
That is so heartbreaking to see. Man. We said it when the race first started. RNG has reared its ugly head quite a bit during this tournament. What we're seeing on the right side of the screen is exactly that.
Yeah,
wow.
One of the worst patterns I've seen, honestly.
He's gonna get a mid-17 Bianco. Somewhere around there, right? That's really, really disappointing for just one of the best runners in Sunshine. Like, for RNG and an unfortunate death in Bianco 3, to do that, it's just, man, that really hurts psychologically. But he's probably looking towards the future now. GBS is coming up. Pianta Village, another RNG heavy stage. We'll see what happens here.
Oh yeah, gelato skip. What do you think about this skip?
I think it's interesting because there are 2 competing strategies to get the coconut into the glass. JJ is going for sort of a setup. It's a little slower, but it's way more consistent and can often be faster than just spraying the coconut. As you can see, when the player throws it, the coconut, it goes all the way to the end of that dot. So.
Oh, he's going for that setup.
Oh, but he misses the clip.
Kind of new one. A little bit slower than backflip GBS, but also like second best when it comes to speed, I think.
Yeah, it's the second fastest setups we have. Weegee with another bonk, unfortunately, trying to get into this stage.
Yeah, he might be a little bit shaky after that. I think he knows that he's falling behind thanks to the RNG.
Yeah, RNG and a missed input. Just two of them.
That thought in general can screw with your movement and gameplay a lot.
Of course. It can, but hopefully he has cleared his mind here because GBS does require some precise timing, a lot of focus.
Yeah, and also getting a really good spam spray on the coconut.
Yeah, that was nice by Weegee. Nice placement. Oh, but it looks like he's going to miss the roof movement. Oh, again, he misses it. Don't go in the water. Oh, he
don't
saved
scare
that.
me.
Barely, but he's
And
gonna
he's-
miss the rough movement again. Wow. Weegee just experiencing a lot of trouble during this early game so far. He's in
This
though.
is not fun to see. This is sad.
It is, but we have seen some crazy things going on during the late games of these tournaments thus far. We saw Kwaniza make one of the most bizarre mistakes I've seen in this tournament, which is forgetting to do SIRENA 7. It just goes to show you anything can happen here. We've seen both Feck and J. Cole. J. Cole, one of the best runners in this game, 1:15.17 race file PB, dying multiple times in BIANCO 6 during his match. Anything can happen. JJ, he's definitely in a good position right now. He's got a comfortable lead, but a lot of secrets, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, the pressure from being in a top player race like this, you know, it does a lot. And I, you know, mistakes is gonna happen. It's nothing you can avoid. Also, that BIANCO 1 was insane by JJ, by the way. That was the coolest tail grab I've seen. He just rolled out, got the hover spray on it, and just grabbed it after the rollout, just going by him. Man, I'm just getting more amazed by seeing this. It's the gameplay from these two is gonna, like we said, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, these two players have amazing movement. They pull off the smallest things so efficiently, so fast. Really very interesting to watch here. We'll keep an eye on Weegee's RNG movement here. JJ looks like he gets a pretty decent momentum triple jump off of that bridge en route to Piantissimo. That's the one.
Let's hope he gets the same here. Don't want to get the one on the other side.
Wow,
that's
RNG.
unfortunate.
RNG is not treating Weegee well at all during this race.
Yeah.
Bit of practice for Piana 3. We do have an opportunity for RNG to pay Weegee back a little bit. Perhaps not fully compensate him after that mid-17 BIANCO. But Ramel cycle, always a possibility. 2 shines from now in Pianta 5.
Even though the possibility is low, it will do a difference for sure.
It'll definitely make a pretty big difference if JJ captures a normal cycle, whereas Weegee is able to secure an early cycle.
Yeah, it will close the gap. I am sure of it. Or not completely, but you know, make it smaller.
For those who are just tuning in, this is a best of 1 quarterfinal right now. This is the last quarterfinal in the tournament. Whoever makes it past this round will move on to the best of 3 semifinals against SB Electric, I believe.
Because SB, okay, that's gonna be interesting to see.
JJ, nice. Looking nice. Wow, good GWKD from JJ. Very precise strategy.
JJ is on a run right now, I gotta say.
Yeah, he's on a pretty good run right now.
His gameplay is top notch.
His movement has just been crazy to watch so far. Wow, I mean, we'll see what happens in Pianta 5. Pianta 5 could definitely shake things up. A Ramel cycle for JJ would turn a good run into a really good run. For Weegee, it would be an opportunity for him to catch up. So, 2 shines from now. Pianta 4 coming up next here. This is a minor RNG shine, a bit like 2-second margin of error generally is agreed upon in this shine, but the shine after this one, definitely one of the more important ones in this run. We will keep our eyes open.
We shouldn't expect to see Ramel cycle happen because it's kind of rare.
It is rare. We have seen it perhaps disproportionately in this tournament though. Weegee earlier on in the tournament got hit twice in a row in two consecutive group matches.
And also, there was some talk long ago about being able to manipulate his RNG. Also, that's very unfortunate to see.
Weegee is taking his second death of the match in Pianta 3, adding insult to injury.
Yeah, this early game is not treating him well at all.
A Pianta 3 death is so costly because the player has to wait for Mario to bounce around in the lava for his health to finally shave off. And then
you also get thrown out the level.
yeah, you get kicked out of the level and you have to re-enter. So painful from Weegee. I can only imagine how he's feeling right now. That is just this early game is just ridiculous, honestly.
But yeah, second try, pulling out the GWK dive perfectly.
Nicely done from him, but unfortunately still a heartbreakingly slow segment because of that death. Just crazy when things that are so minute and in 2 of Weegee's 3 most major cases, not even really in his control, contribute so much to a player's performance.
Man, if JJsrl now, then it's GG's, dude.
Yeah, I think if JJ pulls through with the very rare Ramel cycle here, Weegee might just be pulling for JJ at this point.
Yeah, like if that would happen, then you know something is not gonna feel right.
All right, this is the penultimate throw here by JJ. We'll see how this ends up for him. Doesn't look like he's gonna get it, but the Pianta is pretty far along his walk. This might be decent RNG, but he's stopping. He's stopping. This is not good RNG from him. Wow.
Weegee needs this.
Yeah,
I might be a little bit happy.
This is an opportunity. Of course, it's not in his control, but getting Ramel here would be a huge opportunity for Weegee to catch up here. A bit of a stutter on the chain, but he makes it into the bath. Just to recap so far, why Weegee is so far behind. He missed an A input in Bianco 3, went for safe strats, but still missed an A input, took a bonk, fell into the abyss, had to redo the secret. And then in Bianco 5, he got one of the worst patterns I've ever seen in a race. Relegated him to a mid-17 Bianco. And then he, of course, missed the alignment on Gelato Beach skip a few times as well. And then, as you guys saw, suffered a costly death in Pianta 3. But Ramel could make it not matter perhaps as much.
Yeah. We'll hope for the best.
We certainly will.
I don't want to see this guy, you know, stumble upon more bad RNG after what has happened.
This reminds me a lot of the J. Cool run. It was J. Cool against Weegee in the Group B stage. J. Cool started off the run by doing the worst form of a missed travel skip, missing the last hit on the Piranha Plant and missing travel skip, which means he had to do the whole Rico unlock over again. And then he died multiple times in Bianco 6. Oh, Weegee dies again! A bad throw throws him off the stage. Oh, JJ.
The game is just straight up bullying him at this point.
Yeah, he's getting bullied by his disc right now. JJ has a lot of trouble with the 7th Pianta, but that's not even very important.
Yeah, 211 is still amazing.
And
I don't think he's unhappy about that.
Yeah. Oh, here's the Ramel though. Oh my gosh.
Ronaldo after death.
Wow.
To make up for it.
I don't know how I would feel if I were Weegee right now.
Yeah, the game is like, yeah, this is what I could have given you if you didn't die.
Yeah, here's your Ramel, buddy, after I kill you 3 times this run. Wow. that is amazing. That is just amazing. Ramel cycle after dying.
Yeah, the game is just, you know, I don't know anymore. I just feel bad for the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Weegee too. The game's treating him like a rag doll. I mean, that is just insane. Just dying and then getting Ramel in this race that he's already suffered so much during. JJ with a nice kill.
Definitely, yeah.
We'll see how Weegee's movement is here in Pianta 6.
Yeah, let's see if he beats JJ's time. That's the true race.
Oh, he bonks. That's a costly bonk because he had momentum.
Yes. He might still be able to do a cool Pianta 6. We'll see.
We'll definitely see. He's one of the best players in this community when it comes to this shine. We've seen him get some of the craziest times out of anybody. 215s, 214s, 216s. His PB, I believe, got a 216. We'll see what... Oh, he can't claim the Pianta. This is unfortunately going to be rather slow from him.
Yeah, this is going to be... yeah.
209. Ties the record, but bonks. So, losing time, actually, on the record. JJ performed what is known as honey skip there. That death was intentional. That death is performed at the same time as a cutscene starts, and that allows the player to skip said cutscene. One of the better cutscenes in this game, known colloquially as the tongue cutscene.
Yeah, that's true. Why do you think that, by the way? Why is this cutscene so good?
Well...
Are you coming up with anything? I guess not, but yeah, we're gonna see Mecha coming up right here on JJ's screen. This is a cool level to watch when people pull it off quickly. I personally think. Mostly because I'm not very good at it myself. But yeah, you know, it's some cool shots. You do get.
Definitely keep an eye on JJ. A lot of these players have had trouble with this shine earlier in the tournament, but Weegee...
Getting Dark Magician shot. Let's go.
Nice job by
Getting the re-grab on the loop.
This might be really good from JJ. This might be... Is it perfect?
Yeah, that was a perfect mecha, dude.
Nicely done by JJ. But Weegee, I hope he knows he has 0 lives because he cannot perform honey skip without gaming over with 0 lives. I hope he knows. I don't know what he's going to do here.
Does have 0 lives. Oh, man. I hope he... Yeah, he realizes it. Man. Oh, that sucks to see. That, like, the amount of mistakes in early game forces him to watch this cutscene is... Oh, man.
Yeah, this run for Weegee has been insult to injury to insult to injury to insult to injury, really. Wow, we'll see if Weegee takes this opportunity being so far behind to perhaps go for some golds here. Go for some really wacky strats, impress the audience here.
Yeah, because if he's keeping track of the other run, I think he would feel comfortable to play around a little. If he wants to disrespect the opponent, that is. But I don't think... I think JJ is better than that. He's a good kid. He's a hard worker. Especially when it comes to this game. Puts a lot of time and effort into being as consistent and as good as possible.
Both of these runners have crazy work ethics. Both of these guys just play this game constantly go for the hardest strats, put their sanity on the line in a lot of cases, as we're seeing from Weegee here.
Yeah, this is probably the worst run I've seen him do, ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. Of course, not entirely his fault. Not a ton is when you're playing any percent in Super Mario Sunshine, but nonetheless, just... Wow, it hurts to see it. But we'll see what Weegee makes out of it. We will see. I remember during the final Group D match between Feck and Samurai Man, when Feck was far behind in Rico Harbor, he went for the Rico quick kill, one of the most difficult and rarest quick kills to see in an any percent speedrun, and he pulled it off right in front of all these viewers. So, I mean,
the madman.
The madman, yeah. When you're part of the little kid squad, there is a lot of swag potential. JJ going for a crazy strat. Wow, oh, but he misses this coin, unfortunately. Not going to make the most out of it. He went for the Tash strat there.
Yeah,
made RK viable by
to actually make sure he doesn't lose as much time by getting the slide on the fence instead of falling straight down, which I do applaud.
Yeah, he definitely... Oh, he's going to slide off again.
Yeah,
but
he's aware of his surroundings.
He is.
It's not just muscle memory on JJ. He is in the game right now.
He's in the zone. He's on a good run. Oh, Weegee tripping up in the water. Kills his momentum en route to the mole here.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's gonna. Oh, he barely makes
Whoa,
most.
whoa,
That
whoa,
was
whoa, whoa,
clutch.
whoa. I've never seen that before.
That was nicely done by Weegee. That was a good save. I'm impressed.
And then doing the the swag strat on the PINNA 2, which is just, you know, it's unnecessary movement. It doesn't save any time, but it looks cool.
We'll see if he goes for the one up here. Doesn't look like he is. Again, he's in a very.
I don't know if I agree with that, but you know.
Getting that one up is such a small time loss, and especially here in a race with 0 lives. He's in a very risky situation.
Yeah, he should be afraid of PINNA 6, I'd say, because that's a, you know, fairly difficult secret. You know, if it goes for over the top in the middle, a mistake could happen, and we do not want to see a game over in this race.
Nice one cycle by JJ. That was very nicely done here. We've seen a handful of runners mess that one up so far in this tournament, but no slip-ups from JJ during PINNA 4, sorry. As Nergis said, JJ's heading into EYG here. PINNA 6, one of those secrets that can shake things up here. A very precise secret. Involves some Y movement. Weegee going for the task strat as well.
I think we're gonna see something very interesting here from JJ, because I think he does the 1-2 strat on EYG.
That would be interesting to see. Weegee had a pretty good feck strat there in PINNA 3. He did take a little bit of time getting one of the coins there, and he did get zapped, but he successfully got the clip on the 7th coin. And yeah, that looked pretty impressive to me.
Yeah, but I do think we should keep our eyes on to JJ's screen, because he's doing a strat that very few people actually go for, because it's very difficult.
1-2 is very precise. We'll see what he does. Oh, he's only got 1-2 behind him. It looks like he may be going for it here. All right,
he's doing it. He's doing it.
He's setting it up. Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. A little bit of a slip up.
Fast enough? Yeah. Look at that.
Looking good from JJ. Nice 1-2.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Very nicely done. So cool. Secures the ground pound, and he is en route to this secret. Nice 1-2 EYG by JJsrl. We'll see how Weegee deals with these turtles. Their formal name, I believe, is Snoozakoopas. Oh, he wasn't able to ground pound. 1 or 2 of them there. He's gonna have to settle for a 2 cycle. See what JJ goes for.
Still isn't very bad. Oh, he's going for over top in the middle.
Nicely done. He lands it.
That strat is so cool.
JJ with a very risky and very impressive PINNA 6 here in this race.
Yeah, man, he's just in general, like, JJ has been playing like a madman.
Yeah, JJ's on a pretty good run right now. It'll be interesting to see what he can make of this run. He definitely has an opportunity here for a crazy time.
I'm gonna check his splits real fast and see if he's on a special pace, if you know what I mean.
Regardless, it's definitely good. It's definitely good pace. Not having Rommel might have prevented this from being absolutely exceptional, but this could be decent quality, you know? 115, 116, somewhere around there if he keeps the pace up. He's done very well so far in preventing mistakes. Weegee having trouble with the pineapple. He can't unearth it. That's a bit of a heavy time loss there. JJ is out of PINNA with a time of 38:37, it looked like. Pretty decent. We'll see how he keeps it up during Rico. Weegee, unfortunately, has 3 stews on his back. That's a little dangerous. We'll see how he deals with it here. It looks like he's got 2 on him now. One of them stomped on the ground. This should be fairly routine from him now that he only has 2 on his back. All right. He is now heading towards PINNA 6 with 0 lives.
Yes. I'm afraid. I think everybody should be, and he's playing around too much. I think, yeah, like that stuff there is.
We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does here.
What you saw in the Discord, not
In
to
the secret.
spoil anything.
Looks like he's going for. Oh, he pawned. That's going to be a game over from Weegee. He went for the risky to the middle strat, and that's going to be the end of Weegee's run. JJsrl is going to make it into the semifinals. What a heartbreaking race from Weegee.
Yeah, heartbreaking and very short.
Wow. That is just heartbreaking to see. BIANCO 3, a missed input, such a technical death. Just something that isn't entirely in the player's fault all the time. A bunch of other mistakes that were either RNG based in the case of BIANCO 5 or technical again with GBS. Closing it off with that very unfortunate death with a slight miscalculation in a dive and Y turn in PINNA 6. It's going to end his run early. Yeah. That is just ridiculous. Wow. Weegee, of course, did not start with a memory card during this race, so he was not able to save in the attempt to prevent disaster.
Yeah, but what can he do? Like, you know.
Yeah.
Someone like him, you don't, when you're at his skill level, you shouldn't expect to get a run like this.
Yeah, the chances of all that going wrong are pretty low in any percent. Of course, this is the category, this is the race where anything can happen, but it's definitely not what the player expects coming into here. Just unfortunate. We'll see what Weegee can pull off here. He does have a decent run here. He can make something out of it if he puts his mind to it. As a bad hover slide there. Nothing too major, but we'll definitely keep our eyes glued to his screen.
Yeah. So are we gonna watch JJ finish this?
Oh yes, we definitely are.
Okay, yeah.
We definitely are gonna watch, especially with the run he's on right now. I mean, this run for him, he's on a run, you know?
Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't say he's on PB pace, but this is definitely he could pull out a 115 from this.
Yeah, he could pull out something pretty good. Let's see what he does here. He has the opportunity to impress us all here. Go for some crazy strats. We saw Samurai Man take the luxury after his opponent Feck gamed over during his last group match. He took us for a bit of a ride, did some crazy strats in the late game. We'll see if JJ is able to pull off some of those.
Yeah, Samurai Man has been styling a bunch this tournament.
He's been styling in Sunshine in general. He very recently, just in the past couple days, pulled off a 115.20 PB that puts him tied for 8th place, I believe, in the 80% leaderboards. He goes for some crazy stuff. JJ, of course, one of the few players ahead of Samurai Man in the standings with his 114.54. We got that going for surprisingly modest strats. See if he sticks to that MO here during this race. We're a little bit over halfway here, midway through Rico. He's going to be heading towards Rico 4, one of the harder stages in this race. Oh, he's going for a hard strat. He went for what was originally just a pass strat, I believe. Was then performed in ILs by Freud Tofu and others, and now it's being used in an RTA any percent race by JJ.
Yeah, now we're gonna see Blue Cycle probably, which is a cool strat. This is like one of the most fun levels in the game. IMO. Pretty cool movement in general.
Yeah, Blue Cycle is a lot of fun to see it pulled off. Takes precise movement. The runners will have to avoid making mistakes. JJ is gonna land it. Nicely done by him. That was a good segment with the entry in that Blue Cycle.
Yeah.
Maintaining his good pace here into the latter half of Rico. Rico 5, as is the case with much of Rico Harbor, is a movement-based shine. Potential for mistakes here. Falling off of this beam coming up. Could lose shape there on 10 seconds. Of course. Yeah, beam.
Beam or beam? I'm confused.
Speaking of bean, Nurgish, I heard yesterday was Taco Friday in Sweden.
Yeah, dude. It was epic. I ate tacos. I enjoyed myself. I think Taco Friday should be something all over the world.
Where's Taco Tuesday here in the States?
I mean, it works.
Sweden.
Not Friday, but Tuesday.
Oh yeah. As long as you're eating tacos, it works. You know?
Yeah.
Fun fact: Norway and Sweden are responsible for a very, very large proportion of Europe's taco consumption.
Korea?
Yeah. Taco Friday is a widespread phenomenon there in the three countries.
I mean, it is great.
In some of the coastal parts of Mexico, you can see tacos being made out of seafood, and JJ has just defeated a sea creature boss in Rico 5.
On the topic of seafood.
Pulled off that guy's nose. Perhaps the Nokis will make some delicious tacos out of him. They do mention succulent seafood in the intro to this game.
Oh baby, yeah, I could go some of that right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after this vacation. Of course, Mario's only here for a limited time. He's here as far as this court sentence lasts. He's only here cleaning the beach. More sea creatures are present here in Rico 6. JJ is going to be heading on top of one, using it to collect 8 red coins.
And just like what we mentioned before on Pianta 3, this is also one of those levels that if you die on it, you do lose a lot of time, and it's a level that is possible to die on, even though I'd say it's easier than Pianta 3.
It's a little, yeah, it's pretty rare for top caliber runners like JJ and Weegee to take a death in Rico 6, but it is possible, and it is extremely costly because it kicks the player out of the level and they have to get back on top of the blooper again after re-entering it. So luckily that's not going to happen here, it looks like. 132, not optimal from JJ, but still decent. Doesn't miss any coins. He took a lot of those turns very widely. He's going to collect the shine. Clean from him. He will be finishing Rico here shortly on pretty decent pace. I want to say low 48, Nurgish.
He's a few seconds off his PB currently. Like,
wow, only a few?
Yeah, like 15 to 20 seconds.
That's crazy considering he didn't get Ramel cycle and he didn't get particularly good RNG on that normal cycle either. So this is, in fact, a pretty decent run from him.
Yeah, the gameplay right now is top notch.
Really good. That's impressive from Weegee. I mean, from JJ, of course.
Yeah, not as impressive from Weegee, sadly.
Could this be a 47? A 47 in a race would be insane. It's going to be a 47. A 47 to 50 from JJ out of Rico. This is a good run. Wow. Of course. World record did get a 47-15 out of here. But world record also died in BIANCO 6. The next shine coming up. So this is JJ's chance to make up this time on the world record holder.
Let's see here.
Let's see how he does in BIANCO 6.
The world record holder is also known for doing insane bonkers strats. That was really ahead of its time when he was doing it. You know, it's been 2 years since he got the PB that is currently on the leaderboards.
It's been more than 1,070 days that Nindide, in general, has held the any percent world record. He took control of it in July of 2016, and he's held on to it ever since. His most latest record run, 114.40, has, in fact, stood for over 2 years.
It's insane how ahead of his time it was.
It is insane. All right, let's see what JJ does here. Of course.
The great thing with that is the average trace and 80% history video is going to stay relevant for a very long time.
It's still extremely relevant. JJ, nice, makes it over the gap. We'll see how he handles the GWK and the following movement. Even the 120 Shines world record video from Average Trey is still quite up to date, even though there is a new world record holder in Nanashi. His videos are very high quality. They are responsible for a lot of the current viewer base being a part of the community. Oh, JJ, a little bit of ledge grab. He's gonna make it. Wow, that was clutch. That was close, but he makes it past one of the hardest secrets in this game. He will be closing out Bianco Hills once and for all pretty shortly.
Still being only around 20 seconds behind his PB, which I think is insane.
Yeah, that's for those of you guys who don't keep up with the leaderboards. JJ's PB is a 1:14.54. 20 seconds on that is a low 1:15. He could pull off something crazy here. A low 1:15 in a race would be perhaps race record for Sunshine. But of course,
I do wonder if he's updated in his strats since his PB.
I do too. But of course, regardless of his strats, there is a lot of tough RNG and glitchy mechanics in SIRENA that could play a role here. It's not a hugely rational idea to put a ton of money on a run before SIRENA even starts.
Very true. I actually do not know what kind of King Boo he got in his PB, but we do not want to see that decide his run.
All right, he'll be gunning down Shadow Mario here.
Yeah, being incredibly quick on that. Getting a good banana throw too. Oh man, dude.
Oh,
I love seeing this.
We here in the booth are hoping for the 224, the Nanashi Manta, the crazy Manta. That's what'll put this run on the map.
Yeah, dude. If we see a world record right now, I don't know. I'll scream.
Oh yeah, that would be the craziest thing ever. Even just a really crazy showing, like a low 1:15 from this run would be, I would be in shock. I mean, low 1:15s are crazy.
Yeah,
8th place is 1:15.20.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, 10th place is that too, technically, because, you know, it's a free tied 8th place runs. Something about that.
All right, going for the traditional strat. Let's see how this goes. We'll point them all in one direction.
Yeah, getting good RNG so far.
That was a good split.
Yeah. Just need to get a few more. Oh, getting hit. That's not good.
Not good, but...
Where's the last one? There it is.
Wow, that was quick.
That was pretty quick.
That was a really good first cycle. Oh, let's see how
he gets this second part here.
Yes, of course, the second phase is a huge part of this split.
So we had very good splitting on the first two, and then on the last one it was a little worse, but still, you know.
He's managing it so well.
Incredible Manta in general.
That's it. That was a good Manta from JJ.
Oh my god,
that was a good Manta. Nice job by JJ. He is keeping his pace going out of this very oftentimes turbulent shine. Nice job from him, dude.
This is actually insane. Dude, I did not expect to see this in a race at all. I usually expect races to be, you know, kind of inconsistent but still a run, you know, but not like, you know, low 15 pace.
You never expect to see this in a run, really. Good Mantas are rare, so much rarer than Ramel cycles even. Good Mantas are the stuff of legends when they're actually incorporated into an insane run. Nanashi's PB didn't even get early cycle, but because of his insane 224 Manta segment, that run almost achieved a new world record.
He gained like 5 seconds off that Manta actually. On his PB, which is, you know, stupid.
Yeah, Nanashi, he had a crazy Manta in that run. I wonder if we can get a word on a segment time for that Manta out of JJ. I don't have his splits open.
I do.
We would welcome commentary from the viewers if anyone has that information. Looks like he got a 245, not exactly a 230, but still very decent. Definitely something JJ will take during this good run. He stutters on the side flip. That was unfortunate from him. Word from the chat says that his best possible time right now is a 1:14:38. So this run is on good pace right now.
Yeah.
Definitely low 1:15 quality. Of course.
Yeah, having a 1:14:38 of best possible time this late into the run is yeah, that's a
It's really good.
yeah, man, I don't even know what to say. I'm out of words.
And a lot of runs that start off in turbulent fashion, the 1:14:30 mark could be hit in PINNA, and a lot of pretty decent runs, it could be hit in Rico. But JJsrl hasn't even hit the well, he has. JJsrl hits the 1:14:30 mark somewhere here in SIRENA. So definitely a really consistent, really good run from him so far. He's not going for banana-less, as we saw during some earlier matches in this tournament. He's going for the standard quick strat. Nice. That was some nice movement at the ending there.
Isn't banana-less kind of slow? Or am I wrong on that?
I'm not entirely sure. It looked decent to me, but perhaps the extra hover on the dive isn't optimal.
Or wait, like I'm guessing banana-less is the Y-cam strat on the door.
Oh, so banana-less. Banana-less is a strat where the player retrieves a pineapple from within the hotel and brings it out to Yoshi, and then uses a JP-only mechanic clip to clip through 2 roofs and clip into the pool. It loses about 10 seconds, but the former 79 Shines world record by Paper Ario did feature the trick.
Wow.
For those who are just tuning in, Weegee had a very, very misfortunate early game. Took a game over in... What was it again, Nurgish? You mind reminding me?
He game overed in
PINNA 6. PINNA 6, sorry. He died in a lot of shines. He had a very turbulent race. I mean, GBS was turbulent. PD RNG was absolutely abominable. Just not the run that JJ was ever hoping for, even expecting. It's very rare you see a run that is that troubled by such a good player. Oh, JJ! Oh, that's gonna put an end to his pace.
Yeah. Well, what can you do, really?
Wow. A very, very costly death at the end of the secret for JJ. That's so unfortunate to see. Oh, and he takes another bonk. Oh no.
Man, is he doing the same thing as Weegee now?
Oh, let's hope not. There is a pretty easy to retrieve one up here. So
I hope not. Man, the death kills the momentum.
Wow, he's still going for it. He's still going for the butt slide. Oh, he's gonna die again. What? 3 deaths in SIRENA 4 for JJ. We haven't seen this secret play a huge role in these races so far. It's usually SIRENA 2 in SIRENA that will do that for the player. But just experiencing so much trouble in SIRENA 4. Oh, he almost runs into the same problem again. He got a ton of momentum off that. Wow. We'll see how this goes. Oh, he's gonna make it. All right.
Okay, yeah, still going for the momentum swing, which I'm, when I would die in a race, like, I wouldn't go for crazy strats a second time.
Yeah, in true little kid fashion, after dying 3 times, still goes all in during SIRENA 4 with the butt slide and the momentum spin. Having trouble re-entering the pipe. Makes it in. Perhaps a second there. That is not the way I was certainly expecting to see that 1:14 low 1:15 pace end. I would have expected it to end here in Ping Bu. King Boo is the most consequential RNG shine in late game. This shine has put an end to so many good runs in SMS's history. JJ
Yeah,
having trouble with the hover slide.
It's sad that it, you know, like, I personally don't think this shine is that bad. It's just that it's so late in the run that it's so annoying to deal with, because like you can be in a good run and just having no kill left, and then this comes and ruins everything.
Regardless of how JJ's
it
are,
wastes your time.
yeah, it certainly does. This level in general is a pretty big nuisance for a lot of these runners, but regardless of what JJ gets here, he is moving on to the semifinals because this is a best of one round. Semifinals, on the other hand, best of three. JJ is going to hope that the consistency that he has displayed in this run keeps itself intact for the semifinals, because he will have to face SB Electric in 3 matches to move on to finals.
It's best out of 3?
Yeah, semifinals are best out of 3.
That's gonna take a while.
It will.
Oh
but
man.
It'll be a lot of fun to watch. The first
Yeah,
semifinal,
definitely.
I believe the first semifinal between Samurai Man and Paper Ario MS is tomorrow from 2 to 6 Eastern Time, commentated by JP Pal and Mega Larvitar. It will be a lot of fun. It is a watch, but I mean, those two players, 2 of the top runners in this game, 2 of the craziest 120 runners in this game's history. Very similar skill levels, very similar play styles. I can't wait to see how that one plays out. And then SB versus JJ. SB has been so consistent during this run, during this tournament. JJ as well. Consistent 116s, a 115, and 117s. I mean, it'll come down to, it might even come down to just movement, really. It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy to watch. These semifinals are going to be awesome.
With like both JJ and Samu being the favors, I'd say.
I would agree.
With both of them being runners that are incredibly consistent in their gameplay.
Both of them having the distinction of being extremely consistent runners who are also very, very speedy.
Yes.
Samurai Man lately has been whipping out 115s and low 116s like they're nothing.
Yeah, dude, Samurai Man is in his, like, everyone thought his prime was a while ago, but you know, his prime just, you know, it extends forever.
He's in a new prime right now. His career has seen a second win after he revamped himself, revamped his play style. For those of us who are just tuning in, the reason why the right side of the screen is stuck on a save box right now is because Weegee experienced a lot of trouble in the early going, took a number of deaths, a number of other time losses, and unfortunately gamed over. JJ with a 222. That is an insane SIRENA 6 time.
Oh my god.
222 on JP is crazy. Nicely done by him.
The world record is like 227, right?
Something like that. The world record is crazy because ILs give the player the liberty to go as crazy as possible because they can just reload the level if they mess up. In an RTA run, though, 222s are pretty wild.
Yeah, like, whoa.
Weegee, unfortunately, gamed over in PINNA 6, one of the tougher secrets of this game. He was going for over the top to the middle and took a bonk.
Yeah.
That ended his run early today, unfortunately. JJ made it up to SIRENA 4 on potential high 114, low 115 pace, but took a number of deaths there as well. Now, likely still 117 pace here, but of course, nothing absolutely crazy. It'll be exciting to see him finish this one out, though.
Definitely, yeah. So I think, yeah, we're probably gonna see like 115 or 17, I mean, somewhere around there from this run, which is like, you know, still insane after dying so many times on SIRENA 4.
For those of you who don't know, 117 is still a crazy consistent time for a race. And it really does say something when a player like JJsrl is able to die multiple times in a secret, one of which was at the very end of said secret, and still be on pace for a 117. A lot of players have to work very hard for 117 times, but JJsrl, 4th place in the any percent standings, 114.54 PB. He's crazy. He is crazy skilled. He can make so many mistakes and still come out with a pretty decent showing in these races.
Well, yeah, because he's like so consistent at pretty much everything.
Yeah.
No, even seeing a mistake from him is incredibly rare.
I
If it
agree.
does happen, it's like once in a blue moon almost.
Nice Noki 1 by JJ. He'll be moving on to Noki 2, the
Yeah.
second of these crazy movement shines that begin Noki.
Now there's not much left till the run is finished.
Well,
And like the, you know, the stuff that's left, we have some movement heavy levels. We have some annoying levels. I think most people would say. I
Nerdish.
think JD, yeah.
Might I remind you of the existence of Noki 6?
Well, yeah, that's true. But you know, I don't. We're talking about JJ here. Come on, dude.
Yeah, we are talking about one of the most skilled players in Sunshine. Not likely to see any huge mishaps in Noki 6, but of course, one of the crazier shines in this game. We'll see how he handles it. Nice routine Noki 2 for him, looking like a decent Noki for him so far. He will be heading into another pretty routine shine, Noki 3.
Yeah, the shine nobody practices pretty much. Because I don't think I've seen anyone do aisles of Noki 3.
Very,
Ever.
very smart players IL that shine, such as SSB Reed. Believe it or not, there is room for a few seconds of error depending on momentum of the hovers and timing of the hovers in this shine. It isn't all free.
But generally, it's kind of free.
Generally it is. You are.
But you can, yeah, that's true. You can optimize this shine a ton.
In today's world record, the split title for this shine is called Water Momentum. Momentum is very important here. The player wishes to conserve as much momentum out of this door here, coming up right there, where that 7th shine is located. Looking to come out of there with as much momentum as possible, get that last coin as fast as possible.
Yeah, that
It
was a
was-
pretty clean coins on a bottle.
It was clean. It wasn't totally optimal, but averted mistakes. Nicely done by JJ. Here's the more consequential water mechanic-based shine in this run. Noki 4.
Yeah, being a boss fight that takes place underwater when you've gotten like one level of practice before it. Usually a very annoying shine to practice when you're new to the game. I think a lot of people would agree on. Just because the difference in movement and it being a pretty difficult shine when you're going for the AI manipulation that you need to do on the eel.
JJ tripped up at the beginning there, missed the platform, taking a second or so time lost there. Nurse, as a new runner, would you mind telling us how difficult this shine is to learn and perform?
As a new runner?
Yeah, like in general in this game.
Well, yeah, it's since the movement is so different from the rest of the game, you know, dealing with all of the overwhelming strats you need to do in this level is it's not fun. But you know, when you do get good at this, it's not a bad level at all. I'd say it's kind of fun when you start, you know, learning 5-2 and then going to 6-2 pretty much.
I would agree. I believe this shine is a lot of fun. JJ looks like he's going for 6-tooth here. Looks
Yeah,
pretty clean.
look
Looks
at
like he's
that.
going to get it with time to spare. Nicely done by him. Let's see how he secures this cutscene skip. A little bit of a delay in triggering his mouth closing. Okay. Oh,
There we
wow,
go.
that was
Nice.
close. That was close.
Not
Wow.
a 6.5 tooth, but still incredibly impressive.
That was not the fastest 6-tooth eel ever, but it was still a 6-tooth. Do not lose any time to missing cycles.
This is the, you know, it used to be the hardest strat on eel.
It used to be, but eel is evolving. Samurai Man has put into RTA viability the task strat, where the player will clean 6.5 teeth in eel's mouth instead of 6. Saves them a lot of time. We saw that performed in a GSA race earlier on in the quarterfinals. That was crazy to watch.
Between Samurai Man and Guy. He pulled that off.
Samuel did pull that off with he had a pretty decent segment time there. Very impressive for all of us viewers here at GSA. JJ went with a perhaps newer strat to get up onto the roof. Normally, to perform a spin jump in that position, the player has to fully spin the control stick and thus spin Mario fully around. But when hovering, Mario doesn't move around as much, and thus it saves a very small amount of time over just spinning. I've seen J. Cool do a strat where he sprays out of the spray nozzle while spinning, which makes Mario move straight as the spin input is registered, which allows him to go
smiley face.
perhaps even faster. Oh yeah, he draws a smiley face. A nice
That's wholesome.
positive vibes from JJsrl during this GSA race. It's been a very tough race. JJ had a very tough SIRENA 4. Weegee had a very tough entirety of his race. But
Yeah.
JJ's still reminding us all here at GSA to remain positive. We've got so much ahead of us in these semifinals. Weegee has a lot to look forward to because he's a world record contender. He could get that any day. It's a very positive world here in the Super Mario Sunshine community. Thank you, JJ, for reminding us that.
God bless. But yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff happen in 90% in general recently. So like seeing a world record happen from any of these runners right now, you know, wouldn't be surprising.
2019 has been an insane year. These two players started out the year by getting 2 114s, one each in January. Absolutely blew our minds. The second and third confirmed 114s ever in Sunshine.
Yeah, and then Nanashi being on world record pace until Bowser.
Yes.
It was very, you know, it was really sad to see him choke the fight by ground pounding a little bit too early, but you know, still pulling out a 114, being that close to world record is it doesn't happen every day.
It does happen pretty often though if you're Nanashi, because Nanashi, as we speak right now, has 3 114s. A 114.58, a 114.45, and a 114.51, most out of any player. And Dede had 2. JJ, nice green cycle. It went pretty optimally as you predicted, Nurgish.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a problem with Noki 6.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Surprising that SIRENA 4 is the one secret that JJ had problems with today.
But you know, after a while, people start practicing that level.
2019.
So it's not weird to see like a little bit of inconsistency there.
Oh, he takes a backflip.
Yeah, okay,
He still gets him. Wow. Satomari going up that cliff can be very costly.
Oh, he followed the shine so beautifully there.
Yeah,
like
that was
dancing around it. Oh man.
Nice swag
Wholesome
movement by
stream.
JJ. 2019, insane year for Sunshine. We've had 5 114s thus far, shared among 3 different players. Samurai Man has climbed his way up the leaderboards to 8th place. Several more players have achieved 115s. Guy got a 115, Oatflaker got a 115, Fat got a 115, SB Electric got a 115. Equivocal Genius has rocketed his way up the leaderboards, currently at a 116.57 after just a few months of playing the game.
Yeah, Guy getting 115. Or did you mention that?
Oh, yes, Guy. Guy did get a 115.
He's also, like, just like Equivocal Genius, been improving like a madman.
Unfortunate death from JJ, misses a spin input at the very start of Fast Corona. That's about 15 seconds, I'd say, with a time loss, but he's made it on through. He's just, oh, he got 0 lives. He's, okay.
Well, he gets one more here, so...
Yeah, that was a scary 3 seconds. But he's in a good position now. Yeah, but as we said, one of the newer strats that have been developed in 29 is a crazier, faster Fast Corona. We saw Oatflaker pull that off in a couple races during this tournament.
Yeah, the slide Corona, I think it's called.
Yeah, slide Corona. Features a lot of fast hover slides that allow the player to get onto that spiky platform before those spikes even hit. I mean, it's an insanely fast Corona.
Yeah, they hover with the momentum from the slides to get on the blocks pretty much across the whole thing. They stay low across the, you know, higher level, I'd say. It's incredibly impressive to see. It's one of the coolest strats in the game.
It's insane to see it pulled off. It was crazy to see it pulled off firsthand by Oatflaker during these races. It was pretty good seeing Weegee pull off one of the other new strats developed in 2019, the Effect Task PINNA 3. That's one of the newer ones. And then another newer strat is that roof strat that we saw both of these players go for in GBS. Weegee had trouble with it. JJ made it second try. It's been a great year. And it's still just barely halfway over.
Especially for 100%. I think so far this is the year of 100% in Super Mario Sunshine.
This is the year of 100%. Oh, JJ, oh, that's a precarious situation. He's gonna save himself though. He doesn't fall. He's gonna close out this run. Wow, after all of that, Nurgish, a 116.33 from JJsrl. Insane
gamer, for sure.
Insane gamer. Multiple deaths in SIRENA 4. We predicted 117. 116.33 from JJ. Nicely done by him. He will move on to the semifinals in his best of 3 match against SB Electric.
Congrats.
Thank you.
How do you feel? You were on incredible pace before SIRENA 4.
I was definitely on PB pace. I know that for a fact. And I'm not too worried about it because it wasn't that I wasn't playing well. I just made a big mistake on one stage, so it's not too heartbreaking. But I'm really happy that after 4 deaths, I still got 116.
Nicely done.
Your gameplay was on point. Like, oh man, I think like if you keep doing runs after this, then you might pull out a PB today.
I was really hoping that run had early cycle, because then it actually would have been more record pace, but because I was not expecting to play that well, I really wasn't. But
that would have made your run absolutely insane. I mean, your run was already really good, but Ramel would have really done it. So, Weegee, moving on to you. You unfortunately faced a lot of hardship in this race, but looking back on your performance so far during this tournament, what are the positives? What have you learned looking back?
That it's possible to play consistent. I mean, there are highlights where things were going well, but I mean, the main thing that comes from racing is that you need to like keep a positive mindset and not get tilted, which can be really hard, obviously. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. I'm happy with the times that went well and stuff. Just gotta adopt a good racing mindset.
We had a lot of good moments watching you up here in the booth, Weegee.
Sick.
Nurgish, do you have any other questions to ask these fellows?
Yeah, well, what can I say, really? You know, I'm kind of shook in general by the quality of gameplay I've seen today, with both of you being like the best runners we have right now. Sadly, Weegee's run being a serious unfortunate event with bad PD RNG and a few deaths here and there. But, you know, what can you do? Like, not every run is perfect.
Mhm.
I hope you didn't get too tilted on what happened.
Yeah, I don't really mind that much. I mean, there's lots of consistent players in this tournament, so I knew it'd be really difficult to pull it out. But happy I can make it this far.
Yeah, it's very impressive to see you make it this far, going against the best of them. Faced J. Cool, faced Paper, faced now JJ. You did make it far, and I'm sure the viewers are very proud of you. JJ, you've made it past the quarterfinals, onto the semifinals. What's your mindset looking forward? How do you think you will be able to make it past the semifinals onto the finals?
My goal is obviously to win this tournament because I had the first 90% tournament that we had devastating defeat to Yamata in the grand finals by 1 second. So hopefully I'm trying to like regain that and actually come out on top on this one. Going up against SB, very consistent like myself. So it's like, it's different. I played against like Weegee multiple times, play against Reed, where like if I keep up my consistent play style, just wait for them to make a mistake. But when there's two consistent runners, it's, in my opinion, it's whoever has the better early game, not gonna lie. That's what's gonna come down to.
I agree with you, JJ. SB is gonna be a very tough opponent. You can do it though.
If I can play like I did today, then I feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
Still shocked I got this time after 5 deaths.
Yeah, for sure.
We thought it was going to be 117, but you pulled out a mid 116 with that. That was insane to watch. Anyways, good luck to you, JJ, and the rest of this tournament. We hope you make it far. Thank you for joining us during this tournament, Weegee. It was very nice watching you play. Good luck competing for that world record in the coming months. Thank you to the viewers here at GSA. We appreciate you sticking along, watching this race, watching JJ's insane run, watching that ending there, listening to our discussion about the current state of any%. We will see you during the semifinals tomorrow, I believe. Samurai Man versus Paper Ario. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Thank you.